Hey Taurus, how are you doing? This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind, this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Well, what is going on with the fabulous and most magical Tauruses? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, the Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. What's coming towards you? The Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. What you are focused on is the Five of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. And your blocked and challenged position is the Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. And your outcome is the Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay, Taurus. Let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is shy, sensitive. This can also be an invitation. So somebody could be inviting you out. So inviting you out to socialize. This could also be a new opportunity. Could be word of mouth or coming through a younger person. This person might be, a little bit immature, but I'm not getting something about immaturity. Something here is just immature of something new. So there's a situation here where there's an invite to possibly get together or talk about this Ace of Pentacles. Now, Ace of Pentacles is potential, and potential means nothing without putting in the effort. But in your focus, you have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles says, reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. Five of Pentacles could also be feeling a little bit lonely or feeling like you have missed your mark or left out in the cold. But Page of Cups, it says gentle, sensitive, kind, and inexperienced. That's what I was trying to get at. I'm like, it's not immature. It's just something new. A new relationship or an emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. So there could be something about maybe a child's coming to you and they're saying, I'm feeling under the weather. Or this could also be somebody who you can go and have a conversation with. What is this Page of Cups? This could also be like, your secret is safe with me, or it's very secretive. And the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So you have two aces here. It almost feels like you invested in one of these situations and it panned out not to go anywhere, because we're going to get to a situation here in a second of why it didn't go anywhere or develop. So this Ace of Pentacles, it says it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or a promotion. So there is something about putting yourself out there, right? Closed mouths don't get fed, squeaky wheel gets the grease. So if there is something about, victim mentality or playing the victim or nobody likes me, there's no good jobs, this is a need for you to spruce up your resume and get out of your hibernation. I'm also feeling like you don't feel supported. But I'm getting an element of we're all in this together. Nobody's coming to save you. So there is something about, starting something that you don't have much experience in. This could be a new person you're meeting, and now all of a sudden you meet a new friend. But I'm also getting something about acquaintance. So this person you maybe have had one or two interactions with. And what's coming toward you? A windfall of money, advice, or assistance for help with others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. And let's just see what this Ace of Pentacles is, because I feel like there's something going and something starting. And the Ace of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Well, look at all these aces. And aces are fresh. Aces are new. So creativity, passion, attraction, desire. A gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. The chance to do something amazing. A sense of wonder. So in your focus is the Five of Pentacles. And it says, reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. So what is this Five of Pentacles? And the World. That's a beautiful energy. Major Arcana for the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo energy. And the World is about completion, closure, tying up loose ends where loose ends need to be tied up. I'm also getting about closing out a karmic cycle or something here that is making you feel less than, or you didn't feel supported. This is also about you putting yourself out into the world. So birthing something new. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. And in your blocked and challenged position, here we'll talk about it. Let's talk about the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in the upright is your right-hand man, your right-hand woman, somebody who's very diligent, crossing their T's, dotting your I's. That can also be something about releasing and letting go, or a need for you to release and let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism has been holding you back on what you want to do or take off with. And that's the Five of Pentacles. I don't know. I'm not pretty enough to go on social media, or, oh, I don't know. I'm kind of fat. I can't go on a date. What if people think I'm fat? And that's about you being your worst critic. Knight of Pentacles in the blocked and challenged position is something about a situation that has been dragging on for too long. This is also somebody not loyal, not diligent, not hardworking, not putting in the work. Could be you, could be another person. So there could have been too reliant and codependent on another person. And it says dependable, protective. So somebody here didn't feel protected in some kind of union, friendship, bond. And it says cautious but wise action. This person was taking no action because they were so cautious of doing something wrong, the fear of losing out. What if I lose my, like all this kind of stuff. And it says kindness to others. No, this person possibly was really lazy in relationships. So what is this Knight of Pentacles? And the Knight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So this Knight of Swords says strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. But there is, this energy is like in the blocked and challenged position, could be somebody who's very reactive. So this person says things or is very triggered quickly, bothered. This is also truth. Somebody here is not being very honest. This could also be you not being very honest, right? Maybe you have a sloppy work ethic, or, you know, you're saying, oh yeah, no, I'm taking a lot of action. This is restlessness. It almost feels like you have the e-brake on and the gas pedal on the same time. And you're like, I'm not making any progress. You're right. So doing the same thing over and over and again and expecting a different result is a definition of insanity. This can also be something about a person pushing or forcing a situation to happen. So anybody who is trying to push or force a situation to happen, it's going to backfire on that person. So pushing communication or trying to push this person to, you know, be diligent, be hardworking, holding somebody responsible. You can't. You just can't. But you can hold yourself in high regards. So this is something about, almost feels like you're being very quiet, because the Four of Swords here is rest, recovery, rejuvenation, recharging your battery. This is your outcome. This is also a card of healing. So healing possibly from financial struggles, or healing from inconsistent people, relationships, people who are trying to push and force you to, you know, do whatever here. And you feel like you're not supported. So it's like close this cycle out, complete this chapter. Can also be somebody at a distance. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or a vacation. So maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe this is a friend who says, you know what? Let's go on vacation. So don't hesitate on this, because the Knight of Swords is time sensitivity. So when perfectionism gets in the way, so let's just say that somebody is like, yeah, maybe I want that opportunity. So let's just say that this isn't, I coming in here, Taurus, and giving you this opportunity. This is a token. This is, you don't know if this is a good investment, but I know it is a good investment. I know that this is going to go and bear fruit. Okay. You don't know that, right? So there's something about like the overly cautious act, but it's thinking about something and thinking about something and thinking about something. And I'm like, Taurus, the time is ticking here. Grasp onto this. And I'm your friend. I'm kind of pushing you outside of your comfort zone here. But there is time sensitivity, and things you might also be feeling, or another person, that things are running out of time. Like you're out of time, you know, my time's passed. I'm never going to have love. You know, I'm too old. I'm 50. There's no love for me. That's a 5 of Pentacles. Sloppy thinking. So 4 of Swords is like, you know what? Maybe you just need to take this vacation, and this could be a great opportunity. Maybe you need to go travel. So there's something about travel by mouth or word of mouth, or somebody younger than you. And the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Well, the King of Wands is a go-getter, an action taker, very charming, very good looking, very persuasive, generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. That's what this is. Keep your eye on the bigger picture. So you might be very caught up in what's happening in your present and think, oh, you know, life is doomed. It's not. Keep your eye on the bigger vision. Hold your vision. Hold out for what it is that you want. That's how you manifest. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. But King of Wands can also be somebody who is motivating or an inspiration to you. This person is motivating or inspiring you to wake up. Don't miss the opportunity, right? So, or maybe there is something about a motivator or an inspiration. This person is, you know, very confident, very charismatic, and generous. Somebody here is being generous. It could be somebody in spirit. What is this Page of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles? Knights are travelers. Knights are also, they're one day gone the next. So there's something about the way that somebody here feels like they're running out of time. It almost feels like their biological clock, and they're like trying to push and force a relationship to happen. But really, there's another opportunity here. And the 5 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. You need not to go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts creating self-fulfilling prophecies. But I'm also a situation here where nobody is coming to save you. At the same time, you do have people around you who love you. Nobody loves me. That's a lie. So what is this Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands? Something that lights a fire up your derriere. It feels catalytic. There's no time for thinking or overthinking it. You just have to go. I'm also getting somebody might struggle with really bad social anxiety, or there's something about like the mental health, ill health, depression thing going on. And feeling alone. But there's something about the codependency. So somebody could be very codependent and reliant on you. Or there's something about like wanting somebody to come save you. Nobody's coming. And the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Wow. Well, the 4 of Pentacles is a withdrawn energy. So there's something here where you need to withdraw from an energy. It is actually dragging you down and is an energy vampire. This can also be somebody who is extremely lazy in relationships. So this person's like, yeah, I'm diligent, hardworking. You have to get honest with yourself here, Taurus, if this is you or another person. This is somebody who is not your right-hand man, you're not your right-hand woman. This person also says things without thinking or is heading in a totally different direction than you, and you need to let this person go. Because Knight of Swords is sudden change in focus and sudden change in direction. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change. Extremes in how you save and spend your money. Four of Pentacles is gripping and holding on to a situation so tightly that you can smother it and burn it out very fast. So if this is a relationship and you're like, yeah, I gotta get control over this relationship. I need to keep pushing and forcing this to happen because I don't want to be alone, right? That scarcity is coming from a place of scarcity. So don't feed into that scarcity. But the Four of Pentacles can also be dealing with somebody who is selfish, greedy, only gives you the time of day, tighter than a skin on a grape. You only hear from this person when they want something from you. And then when you leave the conversation, you feel empty. This person is draining. Four of Pentacles is also hoarding. So maybe you're making a little bit of a nest egg here and you're keeping that card close to your chest because you do have somebody here around you who you know is not non-committal, not strong. Intellectually, they're, I don't know, talking out of their ass. They're not diligent. And it says time to move quickly. This person's going backwards, waking up and walking backwards. So what is this Five of Pentacles and the World in your focus? Yeah, one of these opportunities is way better. Page of Cups can also be a gift, surprise, or an apology. Now, this could be also you apologizing to yourself of like, why didn't I see it before? Because Page of Cups can be, yeah, a little bit gullible or naive or fall for get-rich-quick schemes or fall into, you know, slumbers. We can fall into slumbers and start falling off our diet, and we can, you know, say, oh yeah, you know, maybe I'll start tomorrow, or, you know. So there is something about getting out of the funk. And this Ace of Pentacles, so there's an opportunity that's way better here because it has the King of Wands attached to it, which is somebody super mature. It's not a knight, it's not a page. I'm also getting something about teaching children. So maybe you do teach children, or even let's just say that you work in some kind of like sick children, deal with sick children. It's maybe you want to change your profession. Maybe it's making you depressed, you know, working with sick people. And the Two of Pentacles. So in your focus is pros and cons to a situation. Do I release and let go of this? I feel empty anyways. Of course you need to release and let go of it. You're already in a place of where you feel lack anyways and empty. But it says it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. Yeah, you need a little bit of spice here in your life, like spicing up your life. You need more fun. So Page of Cups is like your inner child. This is about being more kind and compassionate towards yourself. You're also extremely disappointed of something that didn't take root or get off the ground. But there also has to be consistency and repetition every single day, day in and day out on that thing. Both parties need to be in. But that Two of Pentacles is also like spinning around plates or having a ton on your agenda. I'm getting a lot of busy work, and this busy work isn't actually possibly productive work. So keeping yourself busy might actually be burning you out more. Or maybe you're keeping yourself busy and like, you know, just hanging out with anybody you can hang out with. But really, this is draining your time and energy. Plus, there's something time sensitive that you need to make a decision on. What is this Knight of Pentacles? This Knight of Pentacles shows up sometimes in your reading where it's like somebody who has the e-brake and the the accelerator on at the same time, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, something here not working. This could also be somebody you're working with. So it could be a Gemini, Virgo, a Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Leo, that you don't feel supported, you don't trust this person, because it says take great pride in your excellent work. This person doesn't appreciate your work. It says practice makes perfect. Somebody here is too much of a perfectionism. This person picks you apart. Doesn't matter what you would do, you know. And it says consider getting additional education or training. Maybe that this is something that you do need to get additional training in some kind of skill. Like if somebody has a skill, if it's possible for this person to have this skill, why isn't it possible for you to have that skill too? You just have to do your research, right? Consistency and every single day. Four of Swords and King of Wands. Keep your eye on the bigger picture. Be grateful for things that don't work out, and or for people not wasting your time. And you could also be saying that about yourself. You'd be like, why did I waste so much time? I could have been, you know, why did I take that course 3 years ago? I wasted so much time. I know, but we're so afraid of taking that action because every single thing in life is a risk here, Taurus. So you risk going out and meeting a new person, but you also risk going out and not meeting that new person because that new person could be great for you. And then you take the risk of like putting yourself out there on a platform and it's going to be cringy. It's going to look silly. Trust me, don't think that YouTube has just been like flying colors and, you know, sprinkles and unicorns and glitter. I've had crying, I've had tantrums on the floor. I've been like, you know, everybody's so much better than me. It's the comparison. As soon as you stop comparing yourself to what this person's doing on their journey and like, wow, you know, I'm not married. I'm 68. I'm not married. Boo hoo. You can't be like that. Maybe it hasn't happened for you. Just like Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken. He didn't become famous until he was like 65. Just hasn't happened for you. Judgment. And see how on this card it says new beginnings. This is a fresh perspective and releasing and letting go and healing. This is the Phoenix. It means answer your calling. Answer the call. So something again, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So this is not you beating yourself up of being like, wow, I wasted like 6 years of my life, you know, doing nothing or in this dead-end job. What was I thinking? But you only had the information at the time of what you knew, right? Because Page of Cups can be like, yeah, Page of Cups can be somebody who is aloof or emotionally immature. So maybe you're emotionally immature and stunted in your growth, or you were dealing with somebody who is a man child, woman child, and you were looking at this as a full-grown man or woman. But your outcome is a mature person. Be the bigger person in the room as well. Starting a new life. There's something here. Something about saving. There is hope ahead. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't give up. Don't give up. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. Oh, you know, I broke my leg. You know, that's it. I'm going to be fat on the couch. But what if you're not? Don't let that fear get the best of you. Oh, nobody's going to like me. You know, I have a mole on my face. So this mole, who cares? Breathe in. Practice breath work today. So there is something about taking a deep breath. That is also about expanding the lungs. So I was actually talking to somebody and somebody said people who breathe very shallow are sometimes in a state of depression. And I was like, oh, interesting. I never knew that. So taking more deep breaths and just exhaling out anything that, you know, releasing and letting go. The more you can release and let go. In with the good air and out with anything that is not working for you. Spend time in nature. Let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. So this could be actually going on some kind of trip or travel and you falling in love with the place and just thinking like, you know, maybe you have some kind of like, you know, seasonal depression. Well, you know, that is something people do go through. You can do the hard things. You can do the hard things. Stop lying to yourself. No, I can't do it. It's not impossible as it may feel. It's not as impossible as it may feel. I know it's daunting. And doing the hard things is what's going to pay off. Jealousy, not being respectful, unfair accusations, and wandering eyes. So you can't control what this person is doing, but what you can control is your focus. Don't waste your time on ridiculousness. Don't waste your time on people who are not putting in the effort. Don't go over there and try to push and control them and be like, come on, get your stuff together. Sometimes they just can't. Hot, sexy time, all about the attraction, might be just physical and new affair. So this is something here. Maybe you think it's just about the wand, but I would get to know this person, because what if it's something else? Nostalgia, getting back with your ex, stuck in the past and haunted by memories. So here, Taurus, don't waste your time on ridiculousness, thinking that maybe this person, you know, somebody once said to me of like, yeah, he's a little bit jealous over me. You know, he's really controlling, or like, you know, so then she took that as, oh, he must love me, but not. It's like somebody also around you, or you, wants to stroke their ego, right? Somebody just wants their ego stroke and then they ghost you and don't talk to you. That is not your person. Even if it's job, situation, friendship, anything, and then this person comes back, charms you, love bombs you, smooths you. Page of Cups. I'm so sorry, Taurus. Apology without a behavior change is manipulation. Unavailable. Struggling with intimacy, emotionally aloof in dating other people. So here, you just have to trust. And this is about low-hanging fruit. It's almost like, you know, you can do better. You deserve better. Tree, affairs with your family. Mountain Road, you're on the road to success. Hold out for what lights you up. Well, family wishes come true. Oh, that's nice. Something about with your family. So maybe you do have somebody under the weather that's not well, but Five of Pentacles is Taurus energy. So this is your reading. You could be dealing with another Taurus, right? Not unsuccessful plan. So there needs to be more planning and prepping and the seeds, watering that plant, right? And Rat, someone is working against you behind your back. Well, it's not going to work. Unsuccessful plan, because this person might be wandering eye. It's all about physical attraction. This person is stuck on, or you are stuck on your ex. And Scales, keep your life in balance. It's so important to find that nice balance, because your health and wealth go together. So let's just say that you are struggling with, you know, mental health. Okay. Well, if you're struggling with mental health and you're not doing anything and you're just throwing yourself into work, you're going to keep that going for a very long time. But you can also get help for it. Seek out help, right? Taurus, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can also do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.